we are talking about the spirit, i.e. your current incarnation, and your soul, i.e. the piece of you that travels from generation to generation. What's good, y'all? I'm LoneeAppleton. I am a healthy family advocate. If that is your content of choice, please consider following, commenting, sharing, reposting videos with your community so that we can grow. All right, y'all, we are actually talking about family and friend bonds and why they are not successful, but it roots back to the fact that our spirits are indulged and our souls are the forgotten. Previous video doing an excellent job of explaining what this tomato and this raisin represent, but I'm going to talk about them now. Our soul is greatly neglected, and I believe that our soul is greatly neglected because we don't even know that it's there. We know that it's there, but I don't think that we know we need to pay it attention. We don't feed our soul unless we go to church. And is church truly feeding your soul? I don't think so. I think church is just a way to keep us from actually thinking about our spiritual selves and our spiritual journeys, because we're being fed by someone else per their spiritual selves and their spiritual journey. That can be a catalyst, but that cannot be the end all, in my opinion. Don't listen to me. But our souls are greatly neglected. The piece of us that goes from generation to generation, that baby is neglected, dried up, and shriveled up, and on said struggle bus. The solution I've come up with this is to name our soul. Our spirit has a name. My spirit's name is Lonnie. Our current incarnation. Our soul from lifetime to lifetime needed a vehicle, Lonnie, but our soul is definitely still in the driver's seat, but we don't know. I'm over here thinking Lonnie's in the driver's seat. Lonnie's out here fucking stuff up because Lonnie is not taking direction from the soul, but the soul is so weak because it's not being fed. So I guess I explain in this video what I mean by the raisin in the tomato. Anyway, so what I'm saying is none of those TV shows ever showed us how to feed the soul. Our family never demonstrated how to feed our soul. We're over here feeling imbalanced and like we're half dead because our soul is half dead. If we name our soul and gave it a personality of its own, then we start paying attention to it. Then we start getting really serious about our spiritual work, because why? We gotta feed our soul. We go through this physical life experience every day feeding our spirit, but the piece of you that brings meaning and balance and everything good into your life, you are completely ignoring. Yeah, to the point, we need parents like Dre, because we do want to treat our children, we need to teach our children how to be loving. And the way that we teach them how to be loving is we love on them. And we teach them that we don't deal in hypocrisies. I can't talk this way, you can't talk this way, and you don't talk this way because I don't demonstrate it for you. So we are restricted as adults. There are things that adults do that we shouldn't do in front of kids, and we shouldn't do to kids, but we do them, and we're teaching them hypocrisies. How messed up things are, we taught that, and we own it, and when we own it, we can correct it. What's good, y'all? LoneeAppleton. I'm a healthy family advocate. If that is your content of choice, please consider following, commenting, sharing, reposting videos with your community so we can grow. So in the previous million videos, I was just talking about bad behaving kids. And I was just like, or mean, not bad behaving, them too, but mean spirited kids. I took my kids to a birthday party yesterday, and the kids were just being so mean to my kids. And I know my kids are the outsiders and the other kids are a family, you know. And so, but they're treating my kids just nasty. And my kids have been around a couple times and they still treat my kids like the outsiders. And I was like, okay, you guys have made it up in your head that this is how you're going to treat my kids. Therefore, my kids won't be coming back around, even if they ask. Because even though they don't see what's going on, I do. And I can choose. And I choose not to subject my children to that anymore. But, you know, we need parents like Dre and the way that I used to raise our kids, you know, because our kids need to have a backbone. Our kids don't need to be talked to softly all the time. Why? Because when they go out there in the world and people out there peopling, our kids are going to be wimps. They're going to be like, oh my God, you hurt my feelings. You're not supposed to talk to me like that. Well, I would like to discuss my feelings as well on the matter. No. Shut the fuck up. That's how the world's going to talk to your kids. So your kids, and I'm not saying talk to your kids that way, but your kids need to, I didn't cuss, I edited it out. You know, our kids need to have both perspectives. So, yes, we need to create the most loving and nurturing environment as possible for our children, but we also need to give our kids a backbone because they got to go out in the real world. We can't protect them forever. And protecting isn't, we need to get away from thinking that protection is shielding our kid from something or preventing them from having experiences. No, you are crippling your child. You are not protecting your child. Protecting is actually giving your children the skills to be able to survive those things that you are restricting them from. So actually, protection needs to be revamped totally. Protection is allowing exposure and guiding them through, not restricting them from it. I just want to say that I got my fried chicken. Hey, thank you, babe. You're the best. Give me kisses.
Pick me up. Pick me up. Pick me up. Pick me up, Mom.
I got my fried chicken. Got my fried chicken.